Thank you. Please have a seat. Attorney Smith.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're not done with the 30th, I'm afraid. Oh, this is still the 30th. Okay. Sorry, Your Honor. So on the 30th, while you were, the spent bullet in the tree is, thank you. I showed you a copy of, showed you exhibit 10063 right now for ID. You know what's in here?
It's full. I thought it was full.
Okay, it's not marked, but I thought so.
Yes, this is the portion of the tree trunk that we collected that had the possible bullet in it.
Okay, and does that help refresh your recollection about the evidence number for bullet in tree 825?
Yes, it does.
Would you write it in?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure that's right. No. What's the number on that?
1036.
1036. Okay, I think you said 63. That's okay. That's okay. And I have it as full.
Thank you. Okay, so does that account for all the bullets and casings that were found at that site?
Should be 19 casings, one bullet in the ground, and then one in the tree. So yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I would like to strike the ID from 1163 and make it a full exhibit.
Any objection? Nope. 1163 is a full exhibit.
Now, you talked about 2 times at the clearing, looking for casings. The first time that you were there, you used Concord PD metal detector, right?
I believe that was there. Yes.
And a bunch of casings were found, right?
Yes.
And then on the 30th, you actually had the addition of more powerful Fish and Game metal detector, right?
Yes.
And so you went back to the Marsh Loop Trail scene after you did the collecting at the off Profile Avenue 10 site.
On the 30th. Yes.
And with that other metal detector, you were able to locate a bullet 8 to 10 inches underground.
Yes.
And it was also sort of indicating that there was more there, but it was getting too late for you to search for what else may have been there, right?
It wasn't necessarily indicating that. It just was getting late in the day, so we decided to stop for that day and that we would resume on the 31st.
Okay. And again with that Fish and Game metal detector, right?
Yes.
And the next day you were able to find 2 bullets.
On the 31st. Yes.
Okay. And I don't think they have been introduced. So I'm going to show you a copy of what's been marked Defendant's Exhibit 152, 153, and 154.
1152.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Oh, 1052. Okay.
1054.
Can you tell me what these exhibits are? And as you're describing, do you want to call out the evidence number so it's clear?
So the first one is 22-4524-PR. It's a spent bullet.
And which day was that found?
This one would have been on the 30th.
Okay?
And then there is 22-4544 PR spent bullet and 22-4545 PR spent bullet. And these were the two from the 31st.
Okay. Could you come up to the chart and mark the approximate locations, date, and the fact that they were 8 or 9 inches underground, if you would, please?
So I can't recall exactly which one. I know there's 3 in this general area. I don't know which one is from which day. I believe the first one. So can I just put a circle in?
Yeah, absolutely. Did I move to have the ID stricken?
I don't believe so, but no
I would
objection.
move to have the ID stricken, Your Honor.
Okay, 1052 through 1054 are all full exhibits.
So in an area that seems to be leaning towards the, if you're going south to north on March Loop Trail, it is to the left-hand side of the trail more than right.
Yes, if you're facing north, it's off to your left, which would be more to the west.
Okay. And I'm sorry, could you mark 8 to 10 inches underground? It's a lot of information to remember, so thank you. Thank you. Now, you were talking about other things that were collected from the burnt tent site.
Yes.
Do you recall pieces of metal and like silverware in the debris in the footprint of the burned area of the tent?
Yes, I do.
I'm going to show you what is marked as Defendant's Exhibit 1020. You recognize what this is?
Yes, I do. It's Concord Police number 22-3716-PR. It's various items in a sharps container, all from the burnt tent site. It's metal, sharp objects.
Okay, and you can kind of see through the bottom that that's what it is, right?
Yes.
So we won't open that. I would like to move it in for a full exhibit.
Any objection?
Nope.
1020 is a full exhibit.
So you collected metal objects from that area. You did not find a padlock, is that correct?
Not that I know of, no.
Speaking of that, you said on direct that something about Logan Clegg was first reported to be at the tent site in January.
So a tent in that area was first reported to the Concord Police in January, but it was not located.
That was from a crime tip?
No, that was from the same individual that reported it again April 15th when Officer Craig went out.
Okay. So somebody called in and an officer went to look for a tent and didn't find one?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Correction on that. The person who called was not available that day to show the officer either where that tent was exactly. On the 15th, I believe he actually walked Officer Craig to the site.
Okay. And so no police officer went to a tent as a result of the January report.
I don't know how far into the area they went or checked, but nothing was located by Concord Police that day, no.
Okay. And we talked earlier yesterday that Logan had been working at McDonald's since November.
Of 2021, correct, yes.
Okay. And he finished at McDonald's, stopped working at McDonald's mid-February?
I believe it was
Yeah.
February 6th of 2022.
Okay. And so, okay. Now, I will move along to some of the testimony that has been brought in about Shaw's and timing, okay?
Yes.
Now, I don't have a large chart of this, but I do have a regular size black and white. And I'm gonna-
Sorry.
You do, but I can't work on yours.
Oh, right.
So, I'm going to ask you to do a similar thing that you did with the chart that I have you write on, but it will have to be paper size instead of chart size. But I'll put the chart up and we'll refer to it as I talk, okay?
Okay.
And I'm putting up what has been marked for ID, States Exhibit 82. Now, you have the video of Logan Clegg leaving Shaw's, and we were all able to look at that yesterday, right?
Yes.
And do you recall the time that the video captured him leaving Shaw's?
Approximately 2:28 p.m.
Okay. And I'm going to show you a still shot. Oops. This is not the exhibit, it's our copy. Ah, missed it. A copy of what's been marked as 1130 for ID. Do you recognize what that is?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
It's Logan Clegg leaving Shaw's on Diamante April 18th at approximately 2:28 p.m.
Okay, and he leaves from Shaw's and goes through the parking lot to the traffic light, right?
Correct.
So if you could, maybe put an arrow and put Logan leaving, and if you could put the seconds too, you can round them up, but it's 2:28:49, right? I think I misstated the number again. It's 11:30 for ID.
Actually, can we approach her?
Yes.
tracker device that was taken from Nan Nutt's watch tracker.
Detective Brown did, yes.
Okay. And it has been marked as a full exhibit. Yes, I'm going to show you a copy of 1007. Do you recognize what 1007 is?
It's a path on the Marsh Loop Trail. It doesn't have a date or time or name or anything like that. I'm assuming, I don't want to assume, I don't know if it's from Nan Nutt's watch or,
Okay.
but it's a path on the Marsh Loop Trail.
Okay. So I have a exhibit marked for full 1010. And that is the information from her tracker. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And she began her walk at
2:48.
2:48. And the jury's already heard from Miss Nutt that she arrived in the parking lot, situated herself, got the dogs, put them on a leash, started her walk, and then started the tracker, right?
Yes.
And could you mark so that she was actually a little bit on the trail when she started her tracker?
I don't know that information. I don't know exactly when she started her tracker. I never spoke to her about that.
All right, so do you want to put a circle perhaps on the, around the beginning of Marsh Loop Trail and mark 2:48? And so, Miss Nutt was, Dr. Nutt, sorry, was arriving at Portsmouth Street parking sometime before she started her hike at 2:48, right?
Yes.
And that is 20 minutes from the time that Mr. Clegg was seen leaving Shaw's Supermarket, right?
From the time he's seen leaving, yes.
And it sounds like you're not real sure of the other times on the tracker, and that might be better for Detective Brown?
I know a couple of them. I know what time she believes the reads passed them, or her, excuse me, and then what time she believes she entered the trail to when she believes she saw what was later determined to be the crime scene and the individual.
So you are aware that she went on a hike with Detective Brown to point out those areas?
So I've seen a copy of the data from her phone that maps the times
Okay.
from a
And-
previous.
You saw the stump where she stopped thinking that the guy she saw ahead of her was...
Objection.
It counts with approach.
So you were not on that walk with Nan Nutt?
I was not.
And you don't know from a walk with her the area that she pointed out to perhaps see the
Objection.
guy?
Sustained, stricken.
Okay. You don't know the areas that she pointed out,
I do not.
but you are aware that Detective Brown had a video of the walk, right?
I don't believe I've watched that video.
Ah, okay. Now, you collected into evidence was also a text message from the Reeds talking about going for a walk around 12:30, right?
I know there is a photograph. I don't know if that's something I photographed the night I took the report, but I know there is a photo of a photograph, or of a text message, excuse me.
Okay. I'll show you what's marked as 1006 as a full exhibit. Do you recognize that?
I do.
And it certainly indicates a plan to start a walk around 12:30, right?
I believe that's the person who sent the text message. The Reeds indicate that they're going to be doing a boring tick-free neighborhood walk. I believe that was at 11 a.m.
Okay.
That was sent. I don't know
Okay.
what time they plan to start.
Gotcha. So, for their, what occurred between that message and whenever they left for their walk, you don't know if anybody was over visiting them?
I know that at some point Wendy checked the weather on her phone, and I remember that it was one of the first nice days of the year. But other than that, no, I do not know.
Okay. And speaking of that, it was one of the first very nice, it was a really nice day that day, right?
Yes.
And then it turned cloudy and rainy later on that afternoon, right?
I don't recall.
Okay. So, there was, I think I can, no, I can't. I should mark this map for ID, but not full. The map that
Yeah,
she's-
absolutely. What number are we, Randy?
Hmm?
That would be Defendant Exhibit 1169.
And leaving for ID right now?
Yes.
Okay,
Because
absolutely.
there will be additions. So, a little bit more on timing. Oh, right. From Shaw's, the Green Trail could take a walker a variety of places, right?
Yes.
And from the intersection at Portsmouth Street parking lot, there's also options, right?
Yes.
And I'm going to show you what's been marked for ID as 1161. And do you recognize what this depicts?
The different trails or, unofficial trails within the area of the Marsh Loop, yes.
Okay. I'd like the ID stricken on this, and it submitted as a full exhibit.
No objection.
1161 is a full exhibit.
And one thing that it shows is the trailhead parking lot, which is the Portsmouth Street parking lot, right?
Yes.
And as you walk in, the orange is March Loop Trail, right?
Yes.
And as you walk in a little bit in March Loop Trail, there's actually a brown trail that cuts off of that, right?
There's like a footpath.
And
Yes.
so that's called the Unofficial Power Lines Trail?
I don't know if there's a name for it. I just know that there's a distinct footpath in that area. Yes.
And it goes up to the Profile Connector, right?
Yes.
And the burnt tent site was pretty much at the intersection of Profile Connector and the power lines, right?
It was like further into the woods, off to your right a little more. But yes,
Okay,
a little further in. But yes.
okay. And I think the jury has pictures of the rock where it is. And I'd like to show you. Copy of 1126 for ID to see if you can identify what this is a photograph of.
It's aerial photo of essentially that same diagram. It's just a photo taken from above.
Okay, and it actually shows that unofficial power lines trail, right?
Yes.
Like the ID stricken and it marked?
No objection.
1126 is a full exhibit.
Like to publish?
Of course, absolutely.
And my finger right now is on the power line trail, right? Or
Yes.
Pointing to it. A fairly well-traveled trail, right?
I mean, there's a distinct path. Yes. I don't know how many people tend to go up that way, but yes, there's a path there.
Now, you have narrowed down the time. You know that Logan's tent site was present at the Profile Connector on the morning of April 15.
Sometime on April 15th. Yes. I don't know if it was the morning or what time exactly, but it was April. There was a
You'll have
site.
to remember Officer Craig's testimony, right? For
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Okay. And you're aware that it was gone for sure by April 20. And did I say August on that first? Okay. So 15 and 20 is the time that you can't account for the tent, don't know if it's present or not.
I would have to refresh my memory on what the person who came across the burnt tent site initially gave for a date.
Initially, as in when Officer Craig went there?
On April 15th.
Uh-huh.
And then the next reporting of it was when it was burnt. I don't remember what that date was.
April 20 sound about right?
Again, I would have to, I believe I wrote a report.
Well, I didn't
Well,
look
let's
at
take
it.
a short break.
Rise to jury?
No, I don't mean everyone needs to leave. Just take a break.